Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about things I refuse to do anymore. Let's get started and talk about it. Number one thing that I refuse to do anymore is return every single phone call. Unfortunately, with my schedule, I'm on the phone quite a bit for business, and I simply cannot return all those calls and all personal calls every day. Otherwise, I'd be on the phone the entire day. So sometimes I may simply send an email response to someone instead of a phone call, because I have a gift to gab, and many times many of the lovely people in my life have a gift to gab. So that would be number one. I simply no longer can always return every phone call. And it seems like all the phone calls come in on one day. Number two, and I love this one, spend money that I don't want to spend. And I'm going to give you an example. I remember years ago, just occasionally we would maybe go shopping in a little cute town, and you'd visit all those fun little shops, and I don't know why, but I always felt obligated to buy something. It was quiet when you go in there, there's only a few customers, and you look around, and you may even have the owner of this cute shop tell you all about the shop, and you kind of feel like, gosh, I should buy something for her time. Well, now I'm no longer feeling obligated to do that. I will spend money when I feel that I want to spend money on something that brings me value, because there's been so many times in my life where I felt like I had to, or I had an obligation to spend money. So that's number two. Number three, I used to just defend and explain things so much that I would dig a hole. And I know there's a saying out there, you know, don't explain, don't complain. And it is so true. Guess what? I end up doing both of them. I complain enough, and I explain and defend myself, and it just makes it worse, and you go on, and you think you're going to get that other person to understand, but it's okay if they don't understand. Sometimes it's okay to not be okay, and sometimes it's okay that other people disagree with you. So I just don't explain things anymore, because sometimes there's no explanation for the reason I do the things I do. Number four, trying to control the uncontrollable. I have control issues and love to try to control other people and control circumstances, and then I feel guilt when I can't control things to go my way. Right now at this moment, since it's 106 in Dallas, I wish that I could control the weather, but alas, I cannot. I wish I had a little magic wand. But you know what? I am having to release and just say, I did the best I can with the tools that I have, and this is all I can do. You know what? And I have to be okay with that, because otherwise I end up just stressing myself out trying to control all the circumstances around me. Let me know if any of you feel that way. Number five, and this is a good one, I love to watch movies and sometimes watch certain TV shows, and I love reading. We've talked about that one a lot. But I used to try to force myself to finish a book even if I didn't like it, and I would try to force myself to finish something. Let's say you started watching a movie that your friends told you about and you're really not into it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep watching it. I no longer force myself to read or watch something that doesn't interest me. I give it some time, but after a while I just might table it for another time, but I don't force myself to do that. Number six, I no longer feel that I rush, because whenever I rush, I make mistakes. Example, yesterday I was at self-checkout, and people behind me were probably a little frustrated with me because I'm not Mr. Speedy or Miss Speedy. But you know what? I thought, you know what? I need to make sure I'm doing this correctly, and I'm packing these things correctly. So if they don't care for it, I don't know what to tell them. Maybe they can go to another line, but I'm not being paid to be a cashier, so I will scan and not rush it. Which brings me to number seven, multitask. When I'm on the phone, for example, I don't mind doing some cooking, but I'm no longer multitasking. I'm really working on doing one thing at a time and being focused so that I do whatever I'm doing correctly. That's number seven. And number eight, to wrap all this around, no more obligations. I'm doing what I want to do and spending time how I want to spend time. I want to hear from you in the comments. What are some things you're no longer doing, or even if you're no longer doing it, you are working on that process? I want to hear from you in the comments below. come back tomorrow because I've got a video coming out about how me not spending money makes some people really mad. You'll want to be here for that video tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central. That's all I have to say. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure would appreciate if you come back for tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.